TK421, wire 2 at your post. TK421, do you copy?
Hello, this is Pilot TK421, leaving my post to bring you a post. Alright everybody, I've got some heavily medicated gameplay coming up for you. I'm playing the First Descendant. It's a game from Nexon Games. It is available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and it does have full platform crossplay enabled. And I figured that what I would do is I would just sort of, go through a bit of a quick start guide, just a few things for people to keep their eye on when they're just starting out and whatnot. It can be actually kind of confusing and whatnot, so I figure I would try and do this and see if I can help dispel some of the stuff that's confusing people and whatnot. First things first, you have your inventory here, which has your stuff and whatnot, your weapons and stuff like that. And this is primarily where you will be picking up all of the weapons and stuff that drop in the battlefield and whatnot. If you do happen to be full on inventory, everything will get dropped off here in the mailbox. Keep in mind that this does not actually pick up the stuff that is on the ground in dungeons and stuff like that. It only counts for mission rewards. But if you go to the Lost and Found, you find out that you can have all your stuff overflow here if you're supposed to get some mission rewards but didn't have the inventory space to do so. And another thing to keep an eye out on is your inventory here. This is pretty much where you're going to be putting all the stuff that you pretty much want to keep. This is limited inventory of like 77. Your personal inventory, I think, is limited to about the same and whatnot, and you've only got about 100 items space in your mailbox there in the Lost and Found. So you want to kind of keep those empty. You're probably wondering how you're going to do that. And if we go into the inventory here, actually, 1 second here, I'll go and grab some stuff from the inventory here. So in your inventory here, I grabbed some different weapons here, so I've got some different weapon types to show you and whatnot. Basically there's 4 different types of ammunition. There is common ammo, which is designated by the 3 white bullets. There is impact ammo, which is constituted by the 2 green. There's special rounds, which are these sort of orange bullets here. And then there's the high powered rounds, which are, these big purple ones here. Each draws ammo from their own separate ammo pool on your inventory, so if you say have this gun and this gun equipped in 2 different slots, if you run out of ammunition for one of these weapons at any point in time, you won't have ammunition for the other one, so it's kind of good to keep one of each type if you can, and possibly even a 3rd high-powered one in, or a 4th high-powered one in your inventory here to swap out. Another thing I will mention is once you actually do find stuff that you want to actually keep and whatnot, what you want to do is if you hover over the weapon here, as you can see, if you press the U button on PC, I'm not sure what it is on console, but it will either register or unregister attached items. That just means that it favorites them so that they cannot be destroyed or lost in any way, shape, or form. Which comes in handy when you're picking up a lot of loot, so you don't accidentally throw out the wrong rifle that you wanted to keep. For example, this one here, it's a shotgun. If you notice, it's got 4 different status bonuses there. If you take a look at this one here, it has some too, but they're not quite as good, so you want to kind of favorite the ones that you want to keep that sort of go with your builds so that you aren't throwing away your really good weapon thinking that you still have one in your inventory. Because you do, but it might not have the exact stats that you were used to with it. So it's always a good idea to favorite all of the weapons and stuff that you actually like to use so that you don't accidentally get rid of them. Same with the upgrading process. You can't actually use these to upgrade any other weapons if they're favorited. And the same pretty much goes for the reactors. One thing I will note about reactors is, for example, the burning mechanics reactor seems to be mostly about fire damage and stuff like that. And you're probably wondering how that affects your character. If you look right here, I've got a fire attribute for a skill, so if your reactors match and stuff like that, I believe it gives you slight bonuses or something like that for some stuff. But yeah, you'll always want to keep an eye out for, you know, better reactors and stuff like that. And same with the external components. Basically favorite the ones that you like, because sometimes you get some like this one here where you get extra character experience or magic point recovery in combat, and just call it magic point because that's what it usually is. And you know, you get max hit points boost too. You can upgrade these through a crafting system, but you have to unlock that at a certain mastery level. And pretty much the reason why you want to be, you know, favoriting your weapons and stuff like that is because if you say pick up a bunch of stuff and none of it is really stuff that you want to actually keep, what you can do is, if you look down here, you can press Shift to designate all as junk, and anything that isn't favorited will be marked as junk. Marked as junk. And then you can just press and hold Control to dismantle all the junk all at once, so you don't have to spend a lot of time, you know, just junking each item in particular, or, you know, marking each one for junk individually. And speaking of upgrading weapons and stuff like that, I figured I would show you something really quick here. I don't want to make too long of a video here. I'm hoping to get it all in one shot so that I can just upload it without having to edit. And that's over here. Once you do actually find weapons that you like and you want to keep and you don't really want to switch your loadout, they can drop in weapons level compared to, well, damage and stuff like that if you start leveling up and whatnot. So what you can do is, once you reach mastery level 3, you can come over here and you can move the weapons level from one weapon to another weapon. And how you do that is you just click there, then you choose the weapon that you want to upgrade. So in this case, we'll be going with the level 6 rifle here, the Magnus AA. And that's the weapon that I want to upgrade. And then says that I don't have any items that meet the condition, and that is because everything is favorited of mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to exit out of here for 1 second, go into my inventory, and just for you know, fun purposes, I will just unfavorite this one. There, it's unfavorited. And you can use any weapon of any rarity to upgrade. It does cost more materials to upgrade the higher the rarity, but let's go back in here. And weapon level transmission. Here's the rifle that I want to upgrade. And as you can see, now it appears. So basically, by selecting this, I will be able to transfer the levels from here to here, and instead of a level 6 Magnus, I'll have a level 8. But it will cost 4 of these phase exchangers, which you have to go and craft. In order to craft those, you actually have to come over here to this vendor over here.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
And if you go to enhancement material, here they are right here. You can build them in singles. or 4 packs it looks like, but yeah, we've got a whole bunch of resources here that you can craft for building all sorts of things and transferring all sorts of stuff. I haven't gotten into too much of it yet because I'm still fairly low mastery level, but it should be you know, fairly fun once I get upgraded in levels and whatnot and start grinding out my mastery level. But yeah, the reason why I'm mentioning all this is because early on it's really helpful, because if you do constantly scrap all of the items that you get, basically you will start accumulating a bunch of consumables such as super alloys and reptons, solenoids, various different things that you can get, liquid metal. And all this stuff is used for crafting components that you need, or weapons, or anything else that you're working on. But that is pretty much about everything that I wanted to go over. About all I figured out so far in the game. I'm not too terribly far into it. I've pretty much finished off all of Kingston here. I'm about to go into the next area after that. But that will be for a later time. So I think that for now I will just duck on out, and I will talk to everyone later. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and hopefully I'll see you in game sometime.